Accept that you're going to make mistakes, that you're not perfect, and learn from those mistakes. And don't be afraid to laugh at yourself. Don't take yourself too seriously.
My man, my man.
Also, sure, I just want to put in a simple plug for y'all.
Man, shout out to That's a Plug. Make sure y'all tune in, subscribe, and catch the wave while you can.
Camera.
Yeah.
My name is Mike Conneen, and I'm a reporter for ABC 7 and News Channel 8.
All right. How long you been doing it?
I've been here in Washington for 10 years total. In television news, I've been doing this for 15 years.
Why television and news?
I grew up in a family that was a family that consumed a lot of news. Both my parents were always interested in current events and what was happening, so we always had the morning papers. I grew up in the Chicago suburbs before moving to Colorado, and so we got the Chicago Tribune, and we had AM radio on in the car. We watched the evening news, and so it was something I was always interested in.
Gotcha. Where are you from, sir?
So I grew up in the Chicago suburbs, Naperville, Illinois, before moving to Colorado when I was about 12. And that's really, in Colorado is where I was able to get my start in television news. I went to school for it at University of Colorado at Boulder, and I had an internship at the NBC affiliate in Denver before becoming a reporter on TV.
What advice would you have to give to up-and-coming reporters and people in your industry?
For up-and-coming reporters, really anyone in any industry, I would say the most important thing is to not fear rejection, and that is something that you can apply to the job search, the application process, where it's a numbers game. The more jobs you apply for, the more jobs you could potentially get hired for. You're going to get told no a whole lot, but when you get yes, that one time out of 10 or out of 100 or out of 1,000, that's a success. And that's the same as a reporter. I'm going to have to approach a certain number of people every day on the sidewalk to ask them about a particular story that they may not want to talk about or they may know nothing about. And many of them will say no. Most of them say no to a TV interview. But when I get that 1 or 2 or 3, and when 1 out of those 3 is a really funny soundbite or a really emotional soundbite, then I've succeeded.
The next you, what would you say to the next you?
What would I say to the next me? I'd say accept that you're going to make mistakes, that you're not perfect, and learn from those mistakes, and don't be afraid to laugh at yourself. Don't take yourself too seriously.
My man. How was it winning the Emmy?
That was nice, and that's another example of being willing to accept rejection or defeat. I had tried to win an Emmy for many years, many times, and I never was even nominated. And in 2015, I received a nomination for my work that year, and I happened to win that year as well. And it was a nice moment because it was a validation or acknowledgement of what I thought was really worthy work, and I had worked really hard to earn it. And but I acknowledged when I received that Emmy that it was my first time not just winning but being nominated, and that there were many other times before then that I was not even acknowledged. So I acknowledged, and there have been times since that I haven't been nominated or won. So you never know what work people are going to really admire or respect.
Any quick tips on the photography side or videography side?
Tips on photography and videography. I would say experiment, be creative. The nice thing about videography and photography nowadays is that you're not shooting on film and you're not processing that film. You have everything digital, so there's no reason why you shouldn't try different shots, try getting low on the ground, try going from a higher vantage point, a really wide shot or a far away shot. Have fun, be creative. Photography, if you're doing journalism, you have to get the moments that matter, but if you have time and you have the ability to do something different and make it look interesting to the viewer or to the reader, then everyone benefits, because you have fun, you get to be creative, and they see something that's unique and inspiring or different.
Gotcha.
I'm Mike Conneen. Keep watching That's a Plug.
My man. Hey man, tune in to That's a Plug. Also, sure, I just want to put in a simple plug for y'all.
Man, shout out to That's a Plug. Make sure y'all tune in, subscribe, and catch the wave while you can.